Hello readers, this is Eric Kirkus with TechVoid, and we are checking out the LG G3 Vigor on at&T. This is a budget version of the G3. It has a 5-inch display, 720p. It has a 2540 milliamp battery, external storage up to 32 gigabytes with a micro SD card, internal storage of 8 gigabytes, and just a really gorgeous design. As you can see here, there's kind of an aluminum siding along it, and this is all despite the fact you can actually rip off the backing to access that battery and micro SD port I was referring to. Now the buttons are on the back, which you might find a little odd, but LG is pretty used to this at this point. Getting to it can be a little cumbersome, but you can double tap to turn the phone on and off. They call this knock on, which is actually a really decent feature that I'm pretty thrilled with. Most of all though, the design in general I just think is gorgeous. There is a speaker on the back, but moreover it's just nice to fit in the hand. I have a 4.7-inch screen phone and I felt like this was not that much bigger. At 5 inches, it feels an average or even smaller sized person, smaller hands that is, could handle this without a problem. Moreover, it's just kind of fun and pretty to use. Now it has an 8 megapixel camera unlike the 13, and this can be a little rough. In well-lit situations, it does take decent photos. The software is quick and fast. Snapping. Pretty awesome. What's also cool is that you can take photos by saying silly phrases like kimchi, whiskey, cheese. LG has had these terms for taking photos in previous iterations of their devices, but it's always been pretty fun. There's also a new feature where you can gesture. If you wave and close your fist, it will take a picture. I had trouble trying to do this myself. Also, it seems very stupid to end up with a picture of you pounding the air, I guess. So it's kind of silly. Anyway, we thought this device was pretty cool. Let's talk about some other features it has. It has a quick memo, and this allows you to honestly write on your home screen any additional information you need for your day. So simple to-dos, whatever. Allows you to type what you need to get done for the day. You can also draw on it. There's an easy way to access it up in the menu too, if I can find it. But they've also added some other features like Soft Card, which is at&T's mobile payment app. This allows you, like Apple Pay or Google Wallet, to simply add your credit cards and be able to pay wave at any checkout or grocer with compatible technology. In 2014 that seems pretty necessary because Apple Pay is certainly going to be competing with Google and Verizon's ISIS, which has now been renamed, I believe. So it's definitely an interesting innovation. One more thing I wanted to talk to you about was the fact that this has an RF chip, which just allows you to use this as a remote. And I actually hooked this up to my Vizio television, and it only took a second. You simply set it up and configure whatever manufacturer you have. So you click Vizio, and then you hit the power button, and immediately it will run through every single channel at once, turning the power on or off. And it worked immediately for my Vizio. Now I can control the input and the settings and all of that. It was actually pretty exciting. And you know, you can always find your smartphone, but you can never seem to find your remote control. So this is kind of a cool, sophisticated way to mitigate that problem. I don't have any problems with the skinning on this. This does have Android 4, 4.4 KitKat. LG has always had pretty beautiful skins, and I like the swipe back and forth of the 3D dimensions here. My only complaints with the device were really just that the camera is nothing to write home about. The buttons on the back are a little cumbersome to get to, but with the double tap on and off, a knock-on feature, it's actually not a big deal and you get a bit used to it. I do miss having a power button on the side or on the top, so that is something to consider if you're interested in the LG G3 Vigor. But it is a nice device. No glitching on the software. There is a lot of bloatware from at&T on this device. Some of it can be removed, but considering you have all that external storage and you can remove these from your home screens, it's not that big of a deal. I find this device to be actually quite attractive and interesting. I would rather go for something with a bigger camera, better camera. You know, the iPhone 5 and 6 models are actually amazing, obviously, but the Amazon Fire Phone is what I wanted to mention because that has a really good camera, albeit an entirely different interface aimed at, you know, buying things. Anyway, the G3 Vigor was fun to use, and please feel free to read my entire review below. Thanks for watching.